I'm getting ready to watch episode 9 of My Hero Academia. You know, I can't believe we're getting close to the end of this first season. At the end of episode 8, with everything that went down with Bakugo, and I thought he was leaving school, you know, a lot of people pointed out he was just walking home because this isn't college, it's more like high school, there's no dorms, and when school's over, well, you go home, right? A lot of kids walk home. I got 3 kids in school, you think I'd know that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on with episode 9 of My Hero Academia. And of course, during the OP, I do like to remind folks that I have a Patreon now, and I know a lot of you are already members of the Patreon, already aware of the Patreon. But if you're not and you just want to check it out, well, there is a link in the video description. Go have a look around. All right, and we got all kinds of news reporters. Are they wanting to interview this guy who's the new hero? Oh, I guess All Might is a media darling, right? So with All Might joining the staff, that's why all the media is there to want to cover it. And you know, the students have only met Dr. All Might. Listen to me, I'm giving him a villain's name instead of a hero's name. They've only recently met him. I haven't spent that much time around him other than, of course, Deku, but they don't know about that relationship Deku has with him. Clark Kent laying it out there, all analytically. Clark Kent with the jet calves. I don't know if he has a superhero name, but I think jet calves would be a good name. Bakugo is not dealing with it today. Oh, I like this. I like the interplay between the heroes. Well, not really the heroes, but the Hero Academy staff and students and the media. It's a lot of fun. Talking about the sleepless nature of who's it's there. Oh, look at that! Now that's what I call a security gate. There's not going to be any get through that security gate, is there? That's some pig iron or something. Wow, that's way better than just like, you know, the old guy at the gate at a lot of places I go for their security. I mean, that is like military bunker grade, which makes sense, you know. These aspiring heroes could come under attack from villains at any moment, right? Something tells me we'll probably see that in the seasons that follow this one. Naturally, the media swarmed the school in search of... So All Might really is a big deal. Like, I knew he was a big deal, but like he's a big... Ooh, who's this shadowy figure out there? Yeah, just do your best, Lida. That's a cool name. That's a cool name for an episode. But who is that mysterious, like, shadowy figure with the wind blowing through his hair that was standing way in the background staring at the gates? So don't sulk like a child about your loss. Oh, we're getting the debriefing, the deconstruction, the breakdown. He's talking to the 2 principals here. Yeah, this teacher, I'm starting to see him as maybe a little bit less of a Snape, and maybe a little bit more of what Snape really was. Maybe he's not as antagonistic as I thought. So show a little urgency, huh? He does actually seem a little more concerned than I think I thought he was when we first met him. Oh, we got some school politics. They got to elect like their student council representative or something. All right, so now we've got a good multi-candidate race popping out here. It looks like the only one who doesn't want it is Deku. Oh, so he's got to raise his hand even though he doesn't really want to do it. It's one of those things you have to do. So it's going to be like a 30-way tie with each getting 1 vote because they all want to do it. Deku is going to be the tie-breaking vote. Man, Clark Kent acting like he's the teacher of the class. You know, I appreciate his attempt to step up and be a leader here and to kind of do what's right. But it seems like it's only a matter of time that these other students kind of get fed up with Clark Kent trying to make himself the self-appointed assistant teacher or something. And there he is with his sleeping bag zipping up, standing up, and then you just flop over. That's the new way to climb in a sleeping bag, is to do it upright and fall to the side. Oh, let's see who won the election. I'm telling you, oh, people got 3 votes, people got 2 votes. 3 votes is enough to win here, because everybody's voting for themselves. Bakugo doesn't understand he's unpopular now, does he? Clark Kent. Clark Kent didn't even vote for himself? He can't believe he's not the rep, right? Everybody, tell him at least vote for yourself, Lida. I guess Lida's who I'm calling Clark Kent. He's the person in the title. Oh. So Deku's got a deputy rep. She's not liking it. She's not liking it. He's in over his head, but he's been in over his head from the day he was born, right? So Deku should slide right into this role pretty good, considering everything else he's been through.
It's always so crowded in here.
Oh, that's nice. I've never been to a cafeteria that had high-quality bowls of rice like that. This is a really nice-looking cafeteria compared to any high school I went to, which was, only one. But also my college cafeteria, other cafeterias I've been in later in life, hospital cafeterias and such, does not ever look as good as the food here. Oh, wow. Clark Kent voted for him. You should vote for your rep based on whether or not they have classes. I like that voting technique. Oh, wow. His family has an agency?
Oh, it's nothing.
Is it like a talent scout kind of thing? Like a manager? Is he rich? You're filthy rich! She's asking the same question I was asking. He does seem like a rich kid. At least a cartoon version of a rich kid. I like the art there where they're staring at him. That was a really nice touch on the frame. I haven't seen as many tonal shifts in this show as I've seen in some of the others, so that was a nice one. Oh, so that kind of explains his armor, too. It's on brand with the other heroes for his family agency. 65 sidekicks. That sounds a little selfish. Oh, man. So this is interesting. A lot of times, both fiction and real life, the younger brother wants to get out from under his older brother's shadow. But here, he wants to be just like his older brother, taking a lot of pride in his older brother's success. So a nice little twist, I guess, from the trope I'm used to. Oh, it's telling him why he voted for him, because his instincts are correct, basically. Oh, she's telling him to smile more. It's going to turn in another thing on its head, It's usually telling the strong women they need to smile more. Deku giving him silent support. Oh, who's going to come clean or something? Saved by the bell. Just like Zach Morris, right? Oh, it's like a fire drill. Uh-oh. So I bet that shadowy villain I was curious about out there has made his way inside the school. We did see those weird villains after credits last episode. So now maybe I'll get to see a little bit more about that mysterious figure about whom I had those questions earlier. Uh-oh. They're all getting pressed against each other. This is not the orderly way to evacuate the building that they instructed them in the overhead announcement, is it? All right. Out with it already. I want to see this villain. I want to see this threat to security. They're demanding to see All Might. Where did these reporters get off being so demanding? Yeah, I'm with him there, Zawa. Oh no, the DJ, the disco DJ is thinking about beating him up. You can't beat up the media. If a hero beats up the media is not going to be kind to that hero. Which, makes sense, right? Oh man, they're still not being calm here. This is about as unorderly an evacuation as I can imagine. People are going to get trampled. Somebody's going to get hurt. I mean, and these are supposed to be the heroes of the future? Come on, people. Check yourself before you hurt one another. Collect yourself and check yourself before you disinfect yourself. Oh, he wants to float above the crowd. Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm going to take control. I'm going to seize the moment. Don't let any crisis go unexploited. Floaty float. Uh-oh, he lost his glasses. Dude, those glasses were really falling in. Oh, there come the calf jets. He's flipping, as they say, butt over tea kettle. Flopping around. I guess when he's light, he can't offset, lighter than air. He can't offset the boost. He looks kind of ridiculous up there. But I like it. I like it that he's stepping up and trying to help everybody. Nice! He really is a natural born leader. I guess it comes, comes from growing up in a rich family that owns their own hero agency where they're used to sort of giving orders, telling people what to do. He's just picked it up secondhand, being around his family. I love seeing Deku. He's just shivering, shaking. He's so stressed about this. I think that's the only person who should ever be elected to a position is people who are overwhelmed and don't want it. They'll do the best job. Like wanting to have wanting to have an elected position should immediately disqualify you from the vote, Only elect hesitant leaders. Oh yeah, everybody's seen Lita's leadership abilities. He really is cut out for it. I kind of forgot that teacher's over there curled up in his sleeping bag. The guy's growing on me for his ridiculousness. Oh, nice! He's stepping up and taking over. Oh, that's his new nickname, Emergency Exit. That would actually be a good superhero name, is Emergency Exit. And his job is to help evacuate people from scenes of battles and crime scenes with that speed of his. He would be more of an actual helper and less of a battler. Oh, there's Sugar Mama, Sugar Granny. Ooh, is this a panda bear looking guy? Uh-oh. So he didn't see who did this. But, oh my goodness, look at what they did to the door there. Just turned it into dust. That is a powerful villain to do that to that big pig iron, thick metal gate out there. Oh, so now we're back to some of these heroes, like the giant lady. Let's see what's going on in town here. Oh, the poor kids, the poor family. I think it's mom, dad, and little girl. Oh, All Might's on the scene! Is this present day? Oh, Missouri Smash! Did he just karate chop his whole head off? The Missouri Smash is the most vicious of the smashes so far. And I'm a little uncomfortable saying smash quite so much, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's the show. Oh, man, look at that. I like his pinstripe suit better than his classic All Might suit. Oh. Yeah, eventually. I guess eventually he won't even be able to take his hero form anymore, right? Talking about passing on the power, the one for all, and his power slowly decaying. So I guess he'll get to a point where he just lives in the small Might form all the time. Oh, All Might doesn't like that he revealed the truth to Bakugo. This is interesting. I still don't know where Bakugo's character's going. People in the comments seem to suggest that maybe he will redeem himself. But, I don't know. It's hard for me to see it so far. Yeah, I'm also kind of wondering if there's going to be a point where All Might just gets so annoyed at Deku and Deku's, I don't know, shenanigans. Is that the right word for it? If he's ever going to just okay, I've had enough of you, Deku. You're on your own now. Kind of waiting for that kind of shoe to drop, too. Oh, and there he is back in the pinstripe suit. I do like the pinstripe suit better than the classic superhero costume that All Might wears. I think that's pretty slick looking. Kind of a gold color, jumping around. He should have went with that from the get-go.
You'll have 3 instructors. Me, All Might, and another...
Oh, so is the third faculty member some kind of mystery? And it's also like they're not giving the name of that third person. So I wonder if that's going to be some kind of reveal. Like there's some reason they're keeping the identity of that third instructor hidden. Ribbit. I like the frog kid over there. I can't quite tell. Is it a frog guy, frog girl? I don't know, but we'll find out as time goes by. Oh, ooh. Do they have new costumes? New uniforms of some sort? Let's see what they got. I guess since Deku got his bunny rabbit costume sort of ripped, at least the helmet ripped, so he get a whole new costume here? Yeah. That looks kind of like the school... Yeah. He is not wearing a costume. Okay, good. So that answers my question. It was trash, so he's just wearing the PE class. That is his uniform now. Rather unimpressive. But better than the bunny ears thing, I do have to say.
There's our class rep.
He's wanting to make sure they load the bus efficiently. This guy was born to be a bureaucrat. Middle management, small-time bureaucrat. He's perfect. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Frog Girl, right?
What is it, Asui?
Asui. I like Asui. Sue. I can handle Sue. That's one I can remember. Oh, she's catching on. Sue's catching on to the All Might thing. This guy's wanting to point out how it's not All Might.
I think it's really awesome looking.
Oh, I'm liking this. We're getting to show off some powers here as Professor X's students are on the bus to the academy here.
My naval laser's got the perfect combination of panache and
Of all the places to have a laser, I guess there are places that are worse than your naval. I mean, use your imagination there. Or are they worse? Maybe it'd be better. I don't know. But naval laser, kind of goofy. Bakugo can't handle it that he's suddenly, relegated to a different stratus on the social scale. It kind of reminds me of like the 21 Jump Street movie when they go back to school and like the culture of high schools change so that the kids who were once cool are not as cool maybe, and then the kids that were once, the nerds are kind of more cool. Anyway, I like that. I like how going on to the academies kind of flipped the standing of Deku and Bakugo a little bit. Find myself a little bit more curious at this point about Bakugo's story than Deku's, strangely enough. But people do tell me one of the joys of the show is that you really get pulled into side character stories and they're dealt with really well. Oh, wow! It's like 13 is the name of the character. 13 is so, in the US you think of that as unlucky or a curse number. Not a good name for a hero, more likely a villain. But I guess it's different in Japan. Oh, wow, look at this training facility. This is beautiful. It's got a water slide. This is nice. This is like MGM Hollywood Studios or whatever, back when Disney had that. Now they think they just call it Disney Hollywood Studios. But it's kind of cool.
I call it the unforeseen simulation joint.
USJ. I like it. They called out the Universal Studios like I was making the MGM Studios comparison. They called out Universal Studios Japan. I love it. I caught on to the reference right off the bat. I'm proud of myself. Tooting my own horn, patting myself on the back. Oh man, All Might's all shriveled up at the moment. Totally losing his quirk.
The height of irresponsibility.
Oh man, he does not like All Might. Aizawa does not like All Might. So, I guess the reveal was 13. But 13 almost seems like a robot or an android or something. But I guess we'll learn more about 13. Perhaps. As this episode unfolds. But I thought the third person might be more of a surprise or reveal. But who knows? Maybe there's somebody significant underneath that helmet. Oh wow, that's kind of an OP power. This black hole power. And found a way to use something that sounds so deadly and destructive as a rescue technique. Oh my goodness, the girl over there is a fangirl. So this is a nice lesson they're learning from 13. About how to use your powers that sort of intuitively seem destructive as a way to build and protect instead of tearing and threatening. And I think this is a good lesson for Deku. Of course, all these lessons are probably custom fit to Deku, aren't they? At least early on. So Deku, that's how he came to shine in the trial, the audition or whatever, was his protector points. Stopping the overpowered 0-point gigantic drone. So he should really, really be at home at these exercises. Like this should be where he doesn't have to overcome. Like his natural instincts suddenly make him head of the class right from the get-go. Of course, what's the fun in that? We gotta see that struggle, right? So let's see how they handle it. Whoa, that's like a warping time hole. Is that a villain created thing? With that purple and black time hole? I don't think 13 did that. What in the heck are we watching a gate from... Oh, that hand over the face. That was kind of creepy. Oh, I like this. 13 fall back into the protector role. We got some kind of villains coming out of here. The one with the hand over the face. That was so creepy. Oh, Aizawa's going to step in and protect them with 13 also back there. It's the second line. A lot of villains. Like, I could understand maybe 1, 2, 3 coming through there, but this is like every villain imaginable. I kind of like all those hands. Choking himself, hand on the back of his head, hand over his face. Oh, there's the episode. They leave us with the big threat to the students. Really want me to push forward to episode 10, aren't they? A lot of fun, you know? I like seeing a whole bunch of superheroes together. I like it when you got a bunch of powers where some of them seem a little sillier than others. I like the way that 13 there is taking something that should be so destructive and using it to protect, and even made a point of that. And then on this protection exercise, had they really gone through with it, like the rescuers training, I think Deku would have absolutely shone very brightly in that. But, you know, some people crashed the party. So now we got villains to fight. So we'll see what Aizawa can do. We're going to see which students... You know, it's inevitable. The students are going to have to protect themselves, Harry Potter style. So it'll be curious to see which of the students step forward, how well Lida with his calf jets as the new class rep, how well he steps forward and organizes the class and helps lead them and protect them and keep them safe. I have confidence that he's going to do a good job at that, even though I really want to default to sort of a bias or prejudice against wealthy people. I mean, I can't help it. That's just kind of a default sometimes, especially in theory, like the rich people are your enemies. Real life can feel like that sometimes too. But anyway, I think he's a good leader. So just going to stick around, see if there's anything after the credits. All right, so it's just giving us a preview on what's going to be on next time. I don't like to watch the previews. So what I'm going to do is say I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. It really means a lot to me. If you might be interested in Patreon perks like early access to videos, uncut reaction videos, ad-free videos, and the opportunity to vote on which anime will be covered in the future, then click on the link in the video description. Thank you.